You must have learned it in stage 2. There are 5 essential parts in a sentence. Can you tell me what they are? Yes.
Subject.
Subject. Excellent.
You write it.
Yes, you write it on your sheet. Jenny? Yes, a verb. Yes. Object. So it's pretty obvious to you guys, these 3 parts. You need to have these 3 parts in a sentence. If you're missing something, then your sentence will sound wrong, and it will probably be wrong. There's 2 other things, and this is more obvious too. Yes? What? Nope, that's not what I'm saying. Yes, Joel? Nope. Yes, Oliver? What? Nope. Yes, Sarah? Yes, a capital letter. Yes, you need to write it. Just write it just put it next to subject. And the last thing, yes, you say a period first. So, basically, in a sentence, you will have these 5 things. For sure, you can add more things to a sentence, like adjectives, like complements, auxiliary, but you need these 5 things for your sentence to be good. Is it clear with everybody?
Yes.
Yes? Perfect. Now, I want to know what kind of words can we have in subject? Johnny? And what is pronoun? Excellent. What else?
Who write this?
Yes, you write everything I'm writing on the board. Oliver. Under. There you have line under subject. Write it.
There?
Yes. Well, what you're meaning is like where, when, how. This will be for a question. Now I'm looking for a sentence, not a question. Yes, Joe. No. You could have an adjective in the subject, but that's not what I'm looking for. Next.
A noun?
Yes, a noun. What else? No. Yes, Jared. You can have an adjective, but that's not what I'm looking for. Yes, Elise. Yes, a name. If you want help, you have examples just under. You have a pronoun, you have a complete, like my favorite sport. Yes? You can start a sentence with a preposition, but that's not part of this subject. But it's an excellent form. So I will, yes, this.
Play?
Yes, a play. Oliver.
Time?
check with Pierre first.
I'm sure
Yes, an activity can be good.
idea.
I heard an excellent answer in the back. Yes,
Idea.
yes, an idea.
You don't know.
If you don't have a place, put it under the line. Jenny,
Person.
a person, yes, excellent.
People.
Well, people is the same thing, but yes. Yes, Oliver. An animal, excellent. So you see, you can have different type of subjects. It depends on the topic of your text, what is the theme. So you can have all these types. You can have an object, as long as it's a subject. But you don't confuse it with verbs. Verbs are really in the verb section. Yes, I know. Yes, thing is good. So we'll go to the next part, the verbs. Give me examples of verbs. Sarah Jane. Do. What else? Ariane. Eat. Joy. Eat. Benedict. Make. And etc. and etc. and etc. You can have all the verbs you want in this section. Just make sure that it's in the correct tense. So if it's in the present, if your text is in the present, put your verb in the present. If it's in the past, put it in the past. I gave you a sheet yesterday with verbs, remember?
Yeah.
Don't be shy to use it. It's very important to use it. Because when we talked about the quality of your text, we want you to use verbs other than do, have, be, and only the same verb that we always use. We want to see like eat and make and what? Sleep, things like that. So now I will talk about other things that I saw in your text that you need to learn. For example, in a sentence, I'll just change page. I'll create a sentence. What?
Object. We don't do it. Object.
Object can be, I will see it with my next example. So, for example, what? Lloyd. If you want, I'll say Lloyd. Better? Okay. Lloyd plays hockey. Can somebody tell me what is the subject? Yes, Miguel. Lloyd is a verb. Ready? Hey. The object. Yes, fair enough. Awesome. So you see, it's not that hard, right? But when you write a text, it has to be as easy as this. You need these parts. Capital letter, a period, subject, verb, object, and if you have this, it's pretty hard to miss. Yes, that's me. Yes, no problem. So basically, the object will be the part after your verb. It will describe what your subject is doing. So there you have the verb, he plays, but what is he playing? He's playing hockey. So that's what the object is. Does everybody understand? Good. So I'll add things in the sentence that you don't want to put in a sentence. For example, I saw a lot of this in your text. Can you start a sentence? And Lois played hockey.
No.
Why? Yes, Moses. You cannot start a sentence with and. Can you start with or?
No.
No. Can you start with but?
No.
Can you start with because?
Yes.
No. Don't start a sentence with because. You can put because, for example, Loic plays hockey because he likes hockey. But you don't start a sentence with because. It's the same thing as in French. In French, you never start a sentence with a. You never start a sentence with ou. You never start a sentence with mais. So, basically, you have to start your sentence, but you never start it with a conjunction. If you want to put a word there, it has to be a preposition or a subject. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good. Also, I will do another example.
Basketball. It's not melody there because it's not a good thing.
What?
It's not good melody because it's not traditional.
It's the IE?
Yes.
Okay.
You can write John Lennon like the basketball. Write melody like John Lennon.
It won't work with my example. Is this sentence good?
No.
Why?
No.
That's it.
Basketball, like basketball.
Excellent. Did you all hear what Master said?
Yes.
You only use the when you're talking about something specific. For example, in this sentence, you're not talking about the basketball. You're talking about basketball. Because if you were saying Melody like the basketball, that means that there's only one thing that is basketball. You understand?
Yes.
So, be careful when you use the. If you're not speaking about something specific, don't use the. It's not necessary. Okay? And a last thing that I want to with you, and this is in your self-correction code. Use another sentence. is the good story. Ellen.
It's a funny book.
Excellent. Your adjective needs to be before the noun in English. In French, you can put it before and after, but in English, yes? Nope. The adjective needs to be before the noun in the text. Is it clear with everybody? Good. Now, what I want you to do, you have a second sheet with mine. I want you to write 10 sentences. It can be about anything you want. But you need to write me 10 sentences, good sentences, with subject, verb, and object, and bring it back to me after when you're done. Okay? Yeah, write your name. And don't use my examples, by the way.